So just taking a deeper look at the half kneeling hip flexor. I really love this exercise because if we coach it correctly, it really puts the user in a position to rely solely on the hip flexor to do the work. But I just want to talk about some of the mistakes that people will make when doing this exercise. As with most agonist activation, inner range movements, the body tries to move away into an easier position, similar to like a stretch as well. So the half kneeling position, what we actually want to obtain is we want to keep the hip in extension. So if I sit my hip back, it's not an extension. So I actually want to push this hip in extension and keep it there. Often what people will do when they lift their leg is they'll flex the hip here and sit back like this. We want this hip to be nice and stacked and in extension. So in extension, now I'm forced to just have this leg do the work. So you see how hard that is for me, keeping this leg in extension to have that hip flexor do the work? If the leg doesn't come off the ground, that's fine. You're still getting an isometric contraction, which is what we want. If ultimately it's too hard, we can softly bend the knee. So again, keep this leg in extension, softly bend the knee. Pull yourself a bit more upright if this was too high. So I can push myself more upright, and then I can do that extension with a bit more of a half lever. But those are things for you to look for. Look for that in yourself too. Make sure that you're not sitting back and moving the hip into flexion, okay? If someone's getting really high on this, that's not an end range, okay? We want to find a range where we're making this hip flexor do the work. You see how hard that is? So just some tips for that one today, guys. I'll look at some other ones for us to review in the live stream that maybe you're having questions with, and we'll go from there.